Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! What? You can't tell me you wouldn't have an Axew in your pocket. And Caroline, to Rambler. Really like getting to look inside your home, saw you still some space to furnish, so I thought I'd thank you for asking me with a gift. It'll make me happier than here, and I chose well. And from Pinky, my dear superstar. I'm thinking we should hang out more, maybe by sending surprise gifts isn't the most efficient way to tell you that, but what can I say? You deserve extra special treatment. Aww. Thanks, Pinky. Alright. Throwback Gothic mirror. Alright, I do enjoy a good mirror and a colorful wheel. What kind of colorful wheel is this? I need to find somewhere I can actually place it down. Here's got some clear space. Yep, it's another poop wheel. Only now it's a wheel for the dangers of the ocean. I know those can have different designs, but you know, hence the name. They can be quite colorful. Oop, now Skyby thinking, why is it never Serrano? I swear that boy's sick. That's why we've just not seen him for days. Sky, how goes? Oh, Steven. I don't believe it. I just realized I did. I was at the store and I bought something that was on my list. Thing is, when I got home, I realized I just bought the exact same thing yesterday. Wait, would you be willing to buy my vintage TV tray? Sure. Yeah. But yeah, I figured I would have little Axew here, where it's close to Halloween. And I mean, let's be real, this is effectively what I've decided on for Halloween this year. You might call it low effort. I call it lore accurate. If Axews were real, I would have a shirt pocket big enough to have one in it. Like, that's just how it would be. My little guy would just ride around in my pocket with me. I will forever find it a little funny when, like, you hear some people be like, aren't you too old to be playing Pokemon? It's like, nah. No, I'm a veteran trainer now. That's literally a trainer class. Let's not forget there's also a trainer class that is quite literally old person. So, you know, yeah. Never too old for Pokemon. I mean, you're never too old to like anything, no matter what some people might say. And like, I will always hate that mentality and that like gatekeepiness. So it's like, you're too old for that. It's like, no, you're not. You're never too old to enjoy things, ever. Also, I apologize if I burp a lot. I just finished eating, and I've not been feeling the best today, and a lot of that seems to be like indigestion, so like I've been burping a fair bit anyway. I also ended up taking a nap because I was just feeling like crap, and I'm still tired. Very tired. Hello, Diva. Dash of this, smidge of that. Who says it's hard to make stuff taste good? Not me, that's who. What you making? Some snack bread. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not going to use it either, so. I don't use recipes, really. Well, okay. I use recipes until I get a feel for whatever dish it is, and then I stop using the recipe. Because there's no real need. I know enough about cooking that I just don't need to really care. Pinky! I'm a total blast and boop. I want to chat. Guess what? Playing single player hide and seek and I won. Yeah, I get that. They're playing together. I want to bonk Serrano and tell him to get off the island, but he's doing something good right now, so... Butterbean, hey, nice to see you. Latest. Zero mistake ever. You know it. Tutu. Oh my gosh, it's Steven. Let's stop. All the amazing discoveries I make on my walks, like cute flowers or Trey's fantastique vistas. Why do they gotta keep adding French? I don't want the French. Yeah, it's actually kind of looking like, at the moment, Halloween in my area might end up getting moved around. Because it's looking like we might be dealing with a crap load of rain on Halloween. I mean, we've been dealing with a crap load of rain, and I've been still going for walks in it anyway, because, you know, why not? I have an umbrella. Though, this morning, it was a bit windy at times. When I left, there was virtually no wind. It was great. And I was like, alright, umbrella's gonna work just fine. Because if it's too windy, I just won't bother with my umbrella. Because the chances of it breaking from the wind is just way too high. If it's any amount of wind. Because umbrellas are just crappily made. But, I'm like, alright, take my umbrella with me. There's a few spots around this town where it's so flat. And there's, like, no trees, and very few buildings, and there's just wind almost all the time, because it is just flat. Flat is good in many ways, but not for cities. But, like, yeah, one of those spots, I basically had to close my umbrella, because it's like, right, the wind, because of the few buildings that were there, is coming at me from multiple different directions, and, like, every time the wind blew, it was threatening to basically unfold my umbrella out. So it's like, right, okay, just gotta put it away and take getting a bit damp. Ooh, Caroline! What up, girl? Oh, Rambler. Didn't expect to run into you here. A little shy about trying on clothes in front of anyone. Aw, one chat. Worried about looking silly and something that's not my style. But then I'll worry I'll miss out otherwise. I know that's the whole point of trying on outfits before I buy them, so I can't explain why I worry. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, you don't want to look ridiculous. That's fine. Some silk shirts, comedian's pants, tennis skirts. I could go Renaissance, or I could go chic. I actually kind of like this. Let's see here. There's no good shoes to go with it, though. I mean, what I've got on is kind of the best. Yeah, I'll go with this for a while. It feels so wrong. Go the Halo. Become dead. I'll just die. That's what I'll do. I'll just die. Let's be real, I wouldn't have one of those. Thanks, memes. Hello, Sabes. Sorry, today seems to at the shop all day, but Cindy Weber helps me work faster. Maybe I suggest making shorter sleeves. Could be, could be. Maybe making longer sleeves. Looks like you're making longer sleeves. I keep looking over. It's because I have 8-bit stream open early. I've basically become part of the early gang, which is pretty neat. Alright, let's come see Simon. Trying to think of things to, like, ramble about. I can't really think of much else. Other than, like, Rain. Suppose I could go on a rant about umbrellas. Hey, superstar. Bugs said they heard you walking this way, and you're here. Yay! Let's talk. Oh, are you wearing a Renaissance dress? I was gonna dress up just in case you saw me. So cool. You got nothing to prove. Nah, I just felt like putting it on. It's my Halloween outfit. I'm all dressed up. But yeah, like, what, in case anyone's wondering what I mean by umbrellas are just built badly. There's basically an inherent flaw built into the collapsing mechanism of basically every umbrella. And that is those little hinge points that are along it that give umbrellas their shape. Like, I could actually pull this out and, like, you can kind of see, like, that little, like, pull-down shape, and usually they got, like, you can see the little ring around the middle. Like, that's where the hinge point is. That hinge point is the weak spot. Ideally, you would want to remove that hinge and have it only hinge at the very top with really strong metal, in place of what is currently just thin aluminum that you could probably bend with a finger or two. Like, and I get, the idea is to flex, but you also don't necessarily need an umbrella to flex. You ideally, I would think, would want it to hold its shape like, I get using, like, full-on just, like, iron or something would probably be a bit heavy. But at the same time, it would be nice, because then you wouldn't be replacing umbrellas very often. But right there is exactly why they're never going to be designed better. If you're not rebuying an umbrella every year, basically, then what are you doing? How will the poor umbrella companies survive? Like, they'll just never survive. Like, it's just... blah. Dustfucker! Glad you're here. Let's chat. Wasn't sure if it was worth it to own an ironing board. Wow, was I wrong? Mega wrong. Almost like best friends with my ironing board now. It is fair? Also, I really need to get back to Paradise Planet. I really need to do that. It's probably not going to happen today, but maybe tomorrow. I might just see about doing some of my own time. Because every time I'm like, man, I need to do that. I never feel like doing it while I'm recording. I'll feel like doing it at other points. I'll be like, I could do that right now, and then I just don't because I'm not recording. Which is so dumb, because I was like, yeah, I'll do it off screen, but I know there's dialogue that happens, and I'm like, but I gotta show the dialogue. It's like, but I really don't. Facilities. That's just perfect for a stroll around the island, isn't it? Yeah? I will say, with all the rain that we've been getting lately, which we have desperately needed, it is pretty safe to say Nova Scotia is entering mud season number 5 for the year. Like, well, I say entering. We've been in mud season. Because it's been raining kind of more since roughly about like the 12th-ish. Now, for those who don't live in a climate like the Scotia of Novas, mud season is a reoccurring season of the year that basically takes place between 4 and 6 times a year, where suddenly the temperatures just simply get warmer and it rains a lot, creating a lot of mud. This can happen basically any time of the year. Though usually late October, early November is the last mud season of the year. There are some occasions where we get some in December. It's a bit of a wild time. Especially because, like, plants don't overly know what's going on. And, like, quick to bud and flower flowers will actually come up again during mud seasons. So sometimes we'll get, like, spring flowers in, like, autumn. Just because they came up again. They're like, wait, it's time to come out? And then they pop out, and then they're like, oh, wait, no, crap. And then they die off. And then they come back in the spring, like they're supposed to. The weather here's wild, man. Just thought of something. I still need to do my exercise for today. It's good that I'm recording, because I probably would have, upon having that thought, rolled out my yoga mat and started, but it has not been long enough since I ate to exercise. There's the money rock. Man, I cannot think of things to yap about. I do need to jump cut really quick here, so I'm going to do that once I finish burying in these holes. So, jump cut. Alright, apologize for that jump cut. I had to use the washroom. My body was not gonna wait. Ah, jeez. And no, my little buddy didn't come with me. He sat on the chair. Waited for me. That's what he does. So he was actually hiding in a bag. He wasn't where I thought he was gonna be. He was in a bag. I cannot think of anything else to ramble about today. I suppose I need to see... What is my exercise for today? 48 minutes. That sounds painful. Oh, cardio abs. Oh, my two favorite things to do. I'm gonna die. That's just the first thing. And then it's toned arms and core. So basically 2 ab workouts and just one with cardio, one with arms. Good. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna be dead. I think I might need to go buy that Halo. I might only do one of the videos where I'm not feeling well. I'll do the cardio one because it's longer. It's 20 minutes, the other one's 15. Then with the warm-up and cool-down, it's 40-some minutes. 50 minutes, actually. Ah, jeez. I don't like cardio. It's one of those things where, like, you'd think I don't like cardio because, like, oh, it's hard. No, it's not hard. It's just a case of literally my heart, lungs, that sort of area of my body just goes, no, stop this. You stop this pain crap or I'm gonna hurt you. And I'm like, why? Why are you like this? And it's like, stab. It's like, why? So, yeah. Not a great time. And it's like Flurry is still here with us. Alright. This should hopefully push me up over 20. It's not going to. Over 20? What am I on about? Or 200,000? I mean, I've already found the mighty rock, so... Not like it really matters too much. I can already tell that my abs are gonna hurt again. Which, like, is a good thing. Because that means I'm actually working them. Because, like, there's a good bit of the time where I can tell I'm not actually working the muscles I'm supposed to be working. Because I'm not doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing the right way. Also, I forget if I made mention of this. My chair has started to break on me. So that kind of sucks. Yep, I'm aware, CJ. I know how all this works. Alright, what's your challenge? 3 big time. Alright, I can do that. Yep. Yeah, CJ. CJ, you talk more than blathers. It's not big time, but the first fish the first fish I catch doesn't really matter. Ah. I don't know why sometimes I just lose the ability to talk properly. I was back actually making more notes for my Japanese studies today. Mostly because, like, I've been mostly just studying the hiragana and not really continuing with the lessons proper. And I finally decided to sit down and write out the, like, Dakuten and stuff like that. Because I just hadn't yet. I'd been doing all of it. And basically got to the point where Duolingo is like, yeah, you know this stuff, before I'd even wrote it down. Which, admittedly, had made it harder to do. Because, you know, I couldn't just reference notes. And, man, there are some instances of hiragana where I don't like it. Like, for example, there are 2 G. There are 2 O. They're different characters, but they are said the exact same way as each other. They're not wrote the same way, but they're said the same way. I am just waiting for Duolingo to, like, just kind of mess around like that. Is there a new emote on... What? Okay. Sorry, I get distracted. Yeah, I also had to stop using my my new pen. Because, like, okay, anyone out there who's left-handed will know this pain of using cheaper ballpoint pens. They just don't work well in your left hand. Because the whole thing with ballpoint pens is they need to basically be dragged over what you're doing. Which just isn't how lefties write. And even though it's a lot fancier than my old reliable pen, my new one that I got, you know, within the last year, which is this one. It's a good little fancy pen. It's kind of nice. When it works, it's pretty good. It might be it might be fancier than old reliable here, which is my pen from school, which has a lot of the rubber just kind of like ripped away on it, and like you can't really see that, but I've basically like peeled the rubber on it back through just use and just sitting doing this, and like, you know, this was my school pen. This just works. The other one, not so much. It's like, I had used it to the point where he was just like refusing to write, and I'm just like, alright, I can't sit here and fight with this. I mean, I could, but like, I just didn't have the patience for it. So I just went back to my older pen. Which I'm honestly surprised still even has ink. Like, I've had that like 4-color Bic pen for 17 years? Pretty sure? Close to that, at least. Because I picked it up early high school. I just used it the whole time. Which, every time I say stuff like that, I feel like I need to clarify for people. High school for me was grades 7 through 12. Didn't have middle school. I know for most people, my early high school was middle school. We had 2 schools. Elementary, high. That was it. That's all you need. You don't need 3 buildings. You don't even necessarily need the 2 buildings, but it does make things easier. Like, you could just simply, you know, make a 4-story building and have all in one. Though given elementary schools tend to be local and high schools tend to be less local, then you could just use 3 stories. Maybe a new favor. Maybe you've heard I had a fight with Caroline over something unimportant. Just something I shouldn't have and felt really bad. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, she was in the clothing shop. I'll do my best. She might be home. I hope she's home. She is home. Okay. That works. But yeah, I still have a few hiragana notes to write out, but I've not gotten to those in Duolingo yet, and I also don't know how I would write them out, so... Peanut, glad you stopped by. I got a delivery. It's from Gala. For you. You should. A ninja costume. Try it on. I will look away. Cover my little guy's eyes. Oh, that's cute. I like it. She must feel awful. I can tell by how much thought she put into her gift. I said things I regret too. I think we can patch things up. Thank you for delivering this. Like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders. Oh, an old school jacket. I'm getting distracted. Man, my Pokemon's battled hard and returned to me. I think I still hold like 3 gyms if I've been keeping track. Well, if I've been keeping track right. I don't think I've lost the park yet, which is kind of surprising. So dropping off my gift. Had Caroline react pretty well, I think. Such a relief to hear that. Thanks to you, I think we may be able to patch things up. Yeah! So tempted to... Whoop. Yo. So I need your help. My skilled and I have enough favor to ask of you. A horse mackerel. Alright, I can try. I make no promises, but I can try. They're not as common as they were in New Leaf, so there's no guarantees at all. New Leaf, it'd be like half the fish I fished up from the ocean would be frickin' horse mackerels. Because it's just how it is. They're everywhere. They're an infestation. And not of the crustacean kind, which is the good kind of infestation, because crustaceans are just good people. That's how they are. There's a horse mackerel. Did I already have one? No, I didn't. Hey! Hey! Got your fish. Yeah, I got you your fish. Fish. Oh, jeez. She got me a small gift. Some full body tights. I don't... just a morph suit. I mean, at least black, which is a decent color, but it's a morph suit. Minus the head, I suppose, but... Now, if it was like navy blue, then I could at least pretend I'm a ninja. Because, you know, ninjas wore blue. Blue just blends in better at night. You might think black... No. Black stands out. You want blue. Oh, jeez. I cannot think of anything else to ramble about. And I am starting to feel really blah. So I think I'm going to come sell my fish. And then I think that'll probably be about it for today. Ugh, that last burp was not a good one, and now my stomach is like, hey, boss. So, I don't have an angler Sona. I don't want an angler Sona. Yes, please, I will sell. Alright. So, red snappers are worth a good chunk. As is the ribbon eel. I'm gonna say 14,000. 14,200. 36. Jesus. Oh, God. Stomach. Stop. Oh, I don't know what my body is unhappy about, but it is unhappy. Alright, let's... where's a good spot to end things off? I'm gonna come over here to the little park. Little campsite park. I like my little campsite park. It's pretty nice, pretty chill. I'm gonna pop a squat. And with that, that is going to be it for today, because my body says so. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then.